Good day. Welcome. This is your Daily Med with a Lady V. Grace and the peace be multiplied. Today we are looking at St. Mark chapter 5, verse 35 to verse 40. We will see where Jesus restored a little 12-year-old girl. Jesus gave her father, Jarius, assurance that his daughter would be made well or whole again. So this a 12-year-old girl, Jesus solved the problem, ended the grief that they were going through when she became restored. So Jesus, on his way to heal the daughter of this Jewish official named Jairus, was interrupted in the middle of all that by a destitute woman who needed healing. In both cases, human help was not sufficient. And in both cases, faith was the key to their deliverance, to their healing. St. Mark chapter 5, verse 23 to verse 28. St. Matthew 9, verse 18 through 26. Found also in Luke 8, 40 through 56. So here is Jairus' crisis. It says in St. Mark 5, verse 36, while Jesus was still speaking, some came from the ruler of the synagogue's house and said, your daughter is dead. Why trouble the teacher any further? As soon as Jesus heard the words that were spoken, he said to the ruler of the synagogue, don't be afraid, only believe. And he permitted no one to follow him except Peter, James, and John, the brother of James. Then he came to the house of the ruler of the synagogue and saw a tumult of those who wept and wailed loudly. Then he came in. He said to them, why make this commotion and weep? The child is not dead, but sleeping. And they ridiculed him. But when he had put them all outside, he took the father and the mother of the child, and those who were with him, and entered where the child was lying. Then he took the child by the hand and said to her, Talitha Kumi, which is translated, little girl, I say to you, arise. Immediately the girl arose and walked, for she was 12 years of age, and they were overcome with great amazement. But he commanded them strictly that no one should know it, and said that something should be given to her to eat. Jairus' crisis made him feel confused, maybe afraid, and even hopeless. Jesus' words to Jairus in the midst of his crisis speak to us as well. He said to Jairus, don't be afraid, only believe. Is there a crisis in your life today? A crisis situation where it seems helpless? You are helpless. You seem as if the situation is hopeless. you are confused, Jesus says to you today, don't be afraid, only believe. Believe in Jesus. Believe that Jesus can do it for you. Jesus gave him hope. Jesus is saying to him, Jarius, all is going to be well. So the next time we feel as if we are in the situation with Jairus, look at your problem from the perspective of Jesus. Look at him from his point of view. Don't be afraid, just have faith. So Jesus said to Peter, James, and John, we are heading to Jairus' house. And on his way, guess what happened? They were met by unrestrained weeping. This is characteristic of Eastern homes in times of sorrow. Sometimes this mourning is done by hired people who would mourn for the person who is in crisis, especially when there is death. So Jesus came on the scene, and Jesus said, the girl is not dead, she's just sleeping. And they laughed at him. Jesus knew that her situation was only temporary, just as sleep. When we go to bed, it's temporary. We sleep and we wake up. But he didn't understand what Jesus was trying to imply. Jesus used the image of sleep to indicate that her condition was temporary and it would soon be over. He would restore this little girl. So Jesus tolerated the crowds. They were abusing him. In fact, they're laughing at him, they're mocking him. And he was using this as an important lesson that he wants to teach them. He wants them to maintain hope and to trust in him. Today, most of the world laugh at Christ's claim. So when we are belittled for expressing faith in Jesus and hope for eternal life, remember that unbelievers do not see it from God's perspective. Jesus did not just only demonstrate great power, but he also showed tremendous compassion and care for those that are in crisis situation, those that need healing, those that need deliverance. Throughout St. Mark 5, we will see him healing and delivering. So we know that Jesus has power over nature. He has power over sickness. He has power over disease. He has power over evil spirits. And he has power over sin and death. And so Jesus was motivated by compassion for this little girl, compassion for her family, and even those who were mourning. And so here is Jesus. Even the rabbis of the days was wondering, oh my God, what is happening? Polite society try their best to say sometimes nice things. But Jesus is the one who gives hope. He is the one who helps. And he is the one who gives comfort. So Jesus restored the little girl. Jesus instructed the girl's parents not to spread the news of the miracle. He wanted the facts to speak for themselves. And the time was not yet right for them, to take him and to make him this great leader. He didn't want the confrontation with these people, especially the religious people. Jesus had much to accomplish, and he didn't want people following him just because they heard that he was doing these miracles. But as in his day, as in today's day, when we hear that miracles are being performed in a certain place, guess what? The crowds will go, they will follow, the news will spread. So let us spread the good news of Jesus Christ, the one who was crucified, the one who died, the one who was buried, the one who rose again, the one who gives us hope, the one who has a great future for us. And if we believe in him, will grant unto us eternal life. God bless you. Thank you again for watching. Please like, please comment, please share. Also subscribe, it is free. And don't forget to visit my YouTube channel, Daily Med with Lady V.